I wanna punch anxiety in the face, kick depression to the curb, gallivant through a magical sparkle rainbow world where friendship saves the day. Quick, take my hand. Well, hello, darlings, and welcome to SQUEEEEE.
Hi.
SQUEEEEE is a tabletop role-playing game, or TTRPG, about the emotional world of being in community, and we are playtesting for you live. My name is Ketch, and I will be your chronicler today. That means I'm in charge of hurting these weirdos. Let's meet our players today. First up, we have Greg.
Hello, I'm Greg, and I am playing Repot. Greeting complete.
Doug is totally here. Hi, I'm Doug. Blah. Doug's not here today. And Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing everyone's favorite stupid roller derby jellyfish girl, Zipper.
Nice. And Ray.
Hello, I'm Ray, and I play Dazzle Bright, only the most beautiful Malabar giant squirrel in all the realm.
And that's spelled B-R-I-T-E. No, I'm kidding.
That is how it's spelled.
All right, so grab a snack and maybe some tissues and come be our neighbor as we find joy in the journey and celebrate our authentic selves, because life is hard, but we can have fun in the meantime. Cheese. Previously on SQUEEEEE. And Ray is going to read that for us.
So true. After a brief detour to investigate mysterious music coming from Charles's garage, where they glimpsed Nico, the missing nephew they've been told about, playing with his band, our travelers set off with high spirits. However, their journey to Chorus quickly transformed into a test of resourcefulness, where they encountered their first miasmic challenge, a road covered in an increasingly sticky substance that eventually forced them to abandon their wagon and horses, only later to retrieve the horses.
So sticky.
The party's dynamics again shined through crisis when rescuing Shelby, a mushroom person caught in quicksand within a miasmic swamp. Dazzle maintained their pristine appearance despite chaos. Repot analyzed a myriad of situations with methodical precision. Zipper rushed headlong into helping others, and Trinket offered pieces of himself when needed.
Thank you. I thought I was a gunner.
The episode culminated with our heroes encountering a mysterious stone wall while traversing through dense fog. Repot discovered an opening that revealed nothing but blinding light and a blaring siren, leaving us wondering what new challenge awaits. What began as a simple delivery quest, MacGuffin, transformed into a profound exploration of how we face fear together. Will they find what they seek in Chorus? And more importantly, will they discover strength in their unusual fellowship?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. All right. A thick, oppressive fog obscures your vision, filling your lungs with a buzzing chill. Your hearts or engines beat loudly within your chest, and your body feels heavy. Repot. As you peer around the corner of this break in the wall, you are hit with a blinding red light. An alarm begins to blare, your body tensing up. What do you do?
I think I'm well, okay. So I guess the the red light, I'm going to say that, well, I can't see per se with like my camera. I imagine it's I'm going to say take blinding light literally and be like, oh, I can't see. I think Repot tries to better understand one first, like if it can identify like using like sound, if there's anything or person like actually present there, or what the source of that kind of like alarm is. And I think it's probably first reaction is going to be like back away, because if there's a big alarm blaring, Repot's first reaction is, oh, this is a dangerous place. I should not be here. There's a hazard, right? Like, especially from a construction site, like it's obvious, right? I should back up. You know, I've obviously tripped into something where I shouldn't be. So I think Repot, like, as it kind of backs away from the door and maybe tries to like find its way back to where the wall opening is and like peer from the side, I think it's gonna try and first back up, and then second try and use like some of its like kind of radar satellite dishes, so you can see it kind of peeking out, you know, past the side of this door, and there's like a little satellite dish spinning around that's trying to understand, see if there's anything that the radar can see that it can't see because the camera's basically been blinded by red light.
Just like a construction truck backing up, you hear?
Yeah, beep. Exactly.
All right. I would like you to roll me a body roll.
Body roll.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just 2 dice. Okay. And oh wow. Okay. That's 11 plus 2, so 13.
That is a success. So as you are trying to sense your surroundings while backing up out of this red light, after hearing this alarm going off, a couple things happen. One, you do feel this like burning sensation on your body, as if the red light itself was causing a little bit of heat.
It's a heat lamp.
But you are able to you're able to back up and kind of peek back around the wall quickly enough that it does not do any sustained damage on your body. But as you're doing this, you do get a little bit of a sense of your surroundings, and you notice that this light is coming from a tower that was directly down a corridor that you were looking down. So maybe about 50 feet in front of you at the time, there was a giant tower that you can kind of make out through the fog because of how intensely the light is being pushed out. You also noticed that there were a couple hallways to either side. So you made out 2 hallways, one to the left and to the right, about halfway before you reach the tower. You also notice that beyond the tower, there does seem to be a couple other hallways as well.
Okay. Repot says, hazard identified, temperature increased. As a sort of a way to try and warn anybody who's still around here. I mean, are y'all within earshot? I don't know how far I got trying to get into this door, but I imagine that like I'm trying to report back my status to let y'all know, because I don't think I want to handle this heat thing alone. I am kind of curious because I do want to see like, because I am currently behind the wall in like there's like red light shining through this doorway, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious if I can start trying to pull open like a thermometer, like from Repot's cage, just to see, like, just want to know like how hot it is. I just want to know, to see if it is actually like a temperature thing, or if it's something else that feels like temperature to my sensors.
Yeah.
But that might take a little bit of time. I don't really use a thermometer very often.
Okay. So you start futzing about, pulling out random bits of yourself, trying to figure out exactly how to pull this thermometer out wherever it is hidden within your compartments. Anything that Dazzle or Zipper is doing with this information?
Well, we were listening for those blips that Repot was giving off last time, and now not hearing them, I don't know if we should proceed or
Yeah.
not.
How
hear the
loud is the
alarm?
alarm? Yeah.
Oh, the alarm is very loud. You
Okay.
all
Oh.
hear it go off. It is blaringly loud. And you all kind of see this red haze in the fog over to where Repot had headed when that alarm was going off, and then the red light turns off.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll scurry. Well, I'll scurry over. We'll skate over.
Yeah.
good.
I'll stay here, but you're faster than me, so maybe you can let me know what's going on over there.
Oh, maybe you should be. I mean, like, we should all just be together, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you in a second.
And then I begin trotting on over with Veronica S. and Cherry, I suppose.
All right. So you trot on over with Veronica S. and Cherry. Trinket is also just going to follow along. Okay.
You're being awfully quiet.
I'm not gonna voice Trinket much.
Yeah, I know,
We're
that's
just
fair.
gonna establish things that Trinket is doing. But I'm not gonna be doing too much voicing in Doug's absence today. But Trinket will also fall on over with the horses, and the four of you are now right outside this opening in the wall. What do you do?
I'm gonna repeat: hazard identified, temperature increased. And I don't know, have I gotten this thermometer out yet? I kind of want, at the very least, to communicate with it, like, hey, this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah. So yeah, by this time you can get the thermometer out and you have it accessible to you. And would you like to do anything with it in this moment?
Well, I kind of want to. I want to kind of hold out this thermometer in. Oh, the red light turned off, didn't it?
Yeah, the red light turned
Oh.
off after you hid back behind the wall.
I think Repot's first instinct is to try and start testing what will set off this alarm, right? So first it like waves the thermometer hand like in front of the door to see if that turns it on, and if that doesn't work, he's gonna it's gonna like start moving more of itself but not cross the threshold of the door, and then it's going to try and like add, push the thermometer a little bit past the threshold of the door just to see what exactly sets it off.
So as you do that, and the thermometer passes the threshold of the door, the alarm goes off again, blaringly loud as the red light turns on.
I think Repot was prepared for this. I think it did what it could to try and be already out of the way, and it kind of like leaps back.
Yeah.
And then with the thermometer, the red light is still on though, right? And I'm trying to angle it so that the reading on the thermometer is still visible from our side of the door.
Yep.
And I kind of like, basically, what does it say? I assume it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yes. So as this light blasts through the doorway, you see the thermometer temperature begins to rise. 98.6, 102, 107, 115, 125, 130, 135.
Is the whole doorway covered in this light?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like a spotlight. It's like the whole hallway lights up.
The whole hallway lights up.
Yeah. And I think Repot maybe maybe I don't know if I have a mirror or anything, but like I think that I have like cameras. I feel like I would be able to show some kind of like, this is what I saw previously. It just like takes a photograph basically and displays it somehow.
Yeah. And it is just like a looming tower of this blinding red light. It looks quite sinister.
Yeah. And I think Repot says navigation analysis. Path identified, and it points on the photo to where it saw the two paths that would branch out that we could theoretically like try and make a dash for and then hide behind out of the sight of this blinding light. But But again, it like repeats for emphasis. Hazard identified and points several times at that kind of at the light at the very end. So it seems like we're probably gonna have to find either some way to not trigger it, although it seems like anything that crosses the threshold turns it on, or we're gonna have something to hide behind that can withstand heat. If we're trying to get through, or we can try and find a different way around. But I suspect that this might be what we have to do.
Is the light from the watchtower kind of like spotlight that like sweeps back and forth? Like, does it seem like something locks on anytime Repot attempts to stick a limb out?
No, it is fully lit up area.
Okay.
So any ground that the light of the tower can reach seems to be affected by this.
It's Sauron. I know it.
There's no spotlight. It just is like a blast of light in all directions.
That seems terrible.
Does it?
Well, I don't know. You guys want to go back home? That's it for me.
Do we have anything that could block the light? Like
Yeah.
a sheet? Like a something to
It's
like...
gotta be heat resistant, right?
Repot, how many mirrors do you have?
Huh. I don't know if Repot necessarily has. I feel like if Repot had mirrors on it, they would have broken a long time ago. Just I think with the way that Repot moves, I don't think anything glass is going to be particularly safe. But I do think that Repot may have like some kind of like reflective surface, like maybe like probably like just for patching things up, just like a small sheet of metal. I don't know how much it has in the way of mirrors. I don't know if Repot has anything like that would like reflect or even concentrate anything. No convenient glass spheres or anything like that, or prisms, but it might have some kind of like just like a sheet of metal or something. We could also look around. I'm curious, like, because it's not. Is it? I guess Repot wants to know. Is it burning the sides of the hallway, or is the material that the hallway is made of resistant to this heat?
I'm going to reach around and
Am I
touch
gonna-
the side of the wall
Oh,
very
boy.
briefly to see
With
if
the
it heated up.
tentacle.
Yeah.
Am I gonna put my foot in my mouth with this answer?
Oh, boy.
So you, as you're like feeling the stone, you can feel it's the same stone on the inside as the outside. So it's all like a smooth stone.
Is it hot?
The wall is hot where the light was hitting, but it's cooling down.
Okay.
Like it cools down after a while.
It does heat up.
But it does heat up, yeah.
Acknowledge.
It is just stone, so stone just doesn't melt until you get really, 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 really hot.
How far away is the first break off?
Yeah, could
was
Zipper
my
make
next
it?
question.
Right.
The first break off is 25 feet.
That's not far.
Yeah.
Not far to
And
zip.
your temperature reading cut off at 150. So it's technically doable. It's just painful.
Zipper cracks her non-existent joints. She does the cracking of the joints thing, but nothing happens because she's jelly.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is scalding 140? Is that when you can scald your skin?
I don't know.
I don't think Repot would want Zipper to do this without any kind of protection. I think we would want to try and think of some kind of thing to at least give you more of a chance.
I think it should be fine. I mean, what if I get a running start, essentially, or a skating
It
start?
doesn't turn on until you cross the threshold. You could start at speed.
Oh, does it not turn on? Like, if I back up and stand in the threshold, but, like, farther back, does it turn on? Or is it only when I cross between
it's
the
only
walls?
when you cross the threshold.
Oh, I could totally take that. But I'm thinking I might, like, if I could use one of you to, like the way I held onto the tree in episode 1 and did, like, a whip around, something to, like, get me going at, like, a slight angle, or I could just dash at a slight angle.
Whoa.
So I hit the corner of the...
A pole we can do. We can put So Repot says Repot basically goes and tries to. I don't know if there's like a trigger or anything, but Repot has like poles. I imagine like just like a stick that you can like hold onto and just like spikes it into the ground. And then does its best to like clear out sort of like a place for you to spin up as fast as possible, right? And it's kind of thing, like just make sure to try and make it as flat as possible so you can like. Really try and spin yourself around to give yourself the greatest kind of like immediate speed as you cross this threshold to see if you can get to that place. Although I'm not sure. What are you going to do when you get there?
I don't know.
Are you going to take anything with you to help? Well, I don't know. But that's what Repot does, at least, I think, in terms of that's the first problem. It's like, okay, well, let's get Zipper up to proper speed.
If Zipper can get there, maybe they can deactivate the device and then maybe we can get through.
Right. Well, in that case, are you aiming for that hallway, or are you trying to get all the way to?
Let's start with the hallway. Let's start with the hallway
first, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I pulled up science while we were all talking.
That's what I love.
And we're going to say that it maxed out at 140 because 140 you can get first degree burn in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And you can get permanent burns after 5 seconds.
Probably faster if you're a jellyfish out of water.
True.
Does anybody have any
we're
water?
just gonna, we're gonna. That's the
surrounded by
extent of
fog.
sciencing we're doing, Dazzle.
Could we get some of that condensation and like try and get you all like moist or something so that you have even more? Well, I don't know.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. When I let go, I'm going to squat down. I'm going to compress my jelly body, and I'm going to hold my helmet in front of me.
Oh, okay.
As a little bit of a block.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do the shot put method.
Yep. I'm going to tetherball myself
Tetherball yourself.
to this pole.
Oh my gosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Zoop. And then I let go.
Beautiful. All right.
Beautiful.
All right. Give me a body roll.
Can I use Catch Me If You Can? Or Can't
Yes,
Catch Me?
Yes, you can.
Slay.
Slay.
Oh, that's fine. That's an 11.
An 11. Yep, that's a success. So you zoom off, and are you going to the left or the right hall?
Left.
All right, gorgeous. So you are going to have a success, and you are going to zoom off towards the left wall, where there is a hallway. And as you are zooming down, you reach this hallway, and you make it into the section that is protected behind another wall from the light.
You hear, once I make it to the hallway, you hear like a as I like probably make contact with the wall and bounce a little bit.
And the rest of you all see the light goes off as soon as Zipper is out of the light area.
I'm okay.
And as Zipper, you regain your bearings, you start to notice a glow off further down the hall. A blue light, just faint, warm glow. As you look further down, you notice that there is a crystal floating at the end of a hallway. If you were to look the other direction, you can see that the other option of hallway does continue on as well into a T intersection.
I'm going to check out this crystal.
All right. So you begin to approach the crystal, and you feel this warmth. And not like warm as in cozy, but warm as in agitated and like a buzzy heat. You come up to the crystal, and what do?
How big is it?
It's about your size.
Oh, is it like floating?
Yep, just floating at the end of the hall.
No pedestal or anything that it's on?
Nope.
Can I tap it with a tentacle? Just briefly, boop.
Yeah. So you tap it with a tentacle, and you get a brief vision.
Insert that so Raven into the eyeball.
It's so quick because you're just tapping it that you can't quite make out anything more than just blurry shapes and color.
I will tap it for a longer second this time.
All right, so you tap it and you get the vision again. This time is slightly clearer. You see Nico. It's zoomed in really close. It's like panned really close to his face, but you can hear music playing.
Wow, his skin is immaculate.
It sounds similar to what you heard at band practice. It's kind of like a punk metal guitar riff. You hear the percussion going in the background. And then the vision fades away as you lift your tentacle off the crystal again.
If I touch it with my helmet, like try and push at it while holding my helmet, do I still see the vision?
No.
Can I try and knock it out of place?
You try as you can, and it will not budge.
And this is just the end of the hallway, right?
Yeah, this is just the end of the hallway.
Fine.
What do you see down there?
There was like a crystal, and then I touch it, and I see Nico, and he's playing. It's like a little vision. I like see it in my mind's eye.
That doesn't seem very helpful.
I know.
Processing. Reaper has no idea what, like, visions?
Okay, hold on a second. And this time I'm just going to touch it. And I'm going to leave my hand on it until I feel uncomfortable.
Gorgeous.
Or hurt.
So, you touch the crystal, and as a vision returns to you, you hear the music, the guitar riff, the percussion, just... and actually I have sounds for this, so I can do that. And it's quite loud. It's like blasting in your ears. It's like taking over your entire body, and you start to get a sense of this scene. You start to feel something welling up inside you. Can you pick between heart, voice, and mind?
Voice.
All right, so give me a voice roll.
Okay. Oh, that's 2 6s.
2 6s?
Plus
Critical
success.
success.
That's
Oh my
like a
gosh.
15.
Wow. All right.
Nice.
So I'm gonna describe what happens. So this music is blasting. It's filling your body with this emotion pouring through the music. And you start to hear the words, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
Oh, boy.
And then the vision fades. I have to cough because of me tearing through my vocal cords. And the vision fades. And as it does, you see the glow of the crystal dims. And you start to hear a rumbling. You feel the floor begin to rumble a little bit as you see the stone wall to the right of the crystal begins to part.
Oh. What's beyond it?
Close enough. Wrong sound effect, but it is what happens. And so the ground rumbles, the door parts, and as you peer beyond, you see a hallway leading on further into what is now evident as a maze.
I'm gonna skate back over to that first hallway and stick a tentacle out, see if I can trigger the lamp.
Yeah. The light triggers yet again.
Damn
the
it.
moment, nothing turns off the light. It's still there.
How far am I from the tower?
So the tower was another 25 feet if you were to continue beyond the hallway that you turned off into.
But now you don't have like the speed up.
Yeah, I don't, but I still could like. I still could get like a skating start.
True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, is there something that would help us just if you just crossed the hallway and went to the other side?
I could.
Is there like another way around?
There might be another crystal.
Or something, or because I feel like getting to the tower would be difficult, but getting just across the thing where the light turns on, you probably could do that pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
With how fast you are.
Wait, it's okay. So I'm drawing a little map for myself.
There we go.
So
Yeah.
So I went forward,
Mhm.
and then there's a path to the right and to the left. I went left.
Mhm.
There was the crystal, and then to the right of the crystal, it opened up. So hypothetically, if I followed the right hand side of the crystal window, I might be able to turn right. Wait, if I look down that hallway, can I turn right towards the tower?
Well, we'd have to go down that hallway first.
No, not immediately. So when you do look down that hallway, you do see that there is a little pocket off to the right, but it ends in a dead end pretty quickly.
Okay.
But at the other end of the hallway, you do see that it opens up into a T intersection. And there's also midway down the hallway to the left a hall that you could turn into.
But that's going to take me away from the tower.
Correct. You're basically going to go beyond the tower.
Yeah, but I want to get my party in there. Yeah. Before I move any farther forward. I could just go for the tower. Does it seem like when the light triggers, I'm going to trigger the light and I'm going to poke my head out really quick just to see, but not get burned. Like, just really... Okay.
Again, the light blasts, the alarm blares.
Right. But at the base of the tower, can I see if there's like... Is it like a wall that has the light on it and I'm just going to be like stuck there against the light? Or can I see that I can go like beyond where the light ends? Does that make sense?
Beyond where the light ends.
Or starts.
So the tower is in the middle of a chamber.
Okay.
You do see, or you do remember seeing, that there were other hallways behind the tower. One off to the left, and then even further on, two more left and right.
So...
The tower itself does have a small base that is stone where the light would be blocked from you. So like the very a small perimeter around the tower is kind of concealed from the light itself, but then the rest of the tower is what's lighting up.
And it lights up the whole room.
The
when
whole
light-
room,
okay.
yeah.
And down every single hallway that it would be.
And
on. So I'd
down
have the
every
same
single
problem if I
hallway.
were in a different hallway, approaching the light.
Theoretically, yes.
I think we can do it. I think I can make it. Look at like a running start. Unless y'all have something.
Well, I think in the meantime, Repot hasn't just been like twiddling its thumbs. I think Repot has been trying to assemble some kind of barrier that it could hide behind as it tries to make its way. Like just something to absorb the heat. I think because that seems to be the primary kind of problem is like, yeah, it's light, but it's that light is fine, right? Like there's an alarm, but it's not like there's people coming after us. It's just the problem is heat and, maybe anger fueled or whatever. But like the idea is, well, okay, can we just assemble using materials that are around us some kind of thing that we could carry in front of us? So I don't know exactly what is around this wall. Repot's first thing is just to use pieces of it. If it can kind of chip away at it or something, or try to steal a brick, that would probably be the first thing it tried to see is like, okay, well, there's clearly this structure that I can use, right? And it seems to be surviving the heat okay enough, at least, enough to like try and walk for a minute towards this hallway intersection. But I don't know what else there is around. I think that would be kind of what Repot's been trying to do, is see if it can like start trying to take apart pieces of this wall. like how structurally sound is it? You know, so it's tapping on it, and it's taking out like a little hammer and a little chisel tool. And it's kind of like trying to see if it can like remove pieces of this wall, see what happens.
Dezo has a better idea.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Tinker, you got any like large cloths or blankets or, you know, something that you'd put down when you're painting? A towel?
Tarp.
So
Make a body roll.
Trinket's not here to make a body roll. But yeah, I will say that Trinket has like some claws, but nothing particularly large. It's not like the cloths that have sentimental values tend not to be like a drop cloth
that's
made
true.
of
Right.
canvas.
The
There's, like,
overalls is probably the largest piece of fabric it
handkerchief.
has. Yeah.
It's Grandma's favorite blanket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's have it burn up in the eye of Sauron.
Anything for me.
So yeah, there's just that. Like that's all the Trinket can seem to find, or just like little things like a handkerchief, maybe like a swatch of a wedding dress.
All right, that's fine. Get back to me when you're done being useless.
Not even here to rebuttal. That's so rude.
At this point, Trinket's just like, so I'm just gonna wait here with the horses because I'm just like really worried that they're like not gonna do fare well in this. So I think it might be
Fair.
best that you all go on without me and I stay with Cherry and Veronica S. And this is totally Trinket's voice. I am Doug. This is how it works.
And this is totally... Well,
What?
I was thinking of how to get the horses through, but I guess
No.
Chronicler's decision is we're gonna leave them
Probably easier. I
behind.
mean, horses in tight, compact spaces with traps. Probably better to leave them out here.
Yeah.
Well, how's this wall feel? Is this disassemblable or is it rock solid in a way that would take too long to actually try and take
So
pieces out of?
it's pretty rock solid. However, you have chipped off a couple small chunks of it. What you notice though is as the chunks of wall fall out of the bounds of this maze, they dissipate. They
Oh.
turn to the miasma. They return to the miasma.
Walls are
It's
made
all
of
fake.
miasma.
Solid miasma.
It's all in my mind.
Yeah. Simply don't think about any of this and you won't get hurt.
Exactly. I'm just gonna close my sensors and just walk forward and.
You can try. You
Testing
can
hypothesis.
certainly try.
Repot turns off all its sensors and just walks straight into the wall.
Correct.
You're
Yeah.
an R2D2.
Which you don't know
Yeah.
because you've turned off your sensors and
Exactly.
you
I don't know
cannot
where the
feel
wall
it.
is.
So, Dazzle, you watch as Repot just starts walking into the wall, very much like a character in a video game that's just glitching into the wall. Just walking forward and walking forward and walking forward and going nowhere. Any ideas out there?
Well, we're surrounded by fog, so it's kind of hard for us to understand like what's in the environment that we could use to try. Well, I'm just gonna respond negative.
Yeah.
is what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna try and go for the tower and see what happens.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. So you want to head to the tower?
Yeah, I'm gonna skate back to the crystal and get a running start or a sliding start.
Can Repot like take that pole and like throw it to you? It might be a bit of a
I mean,
far
yeah.
throw,
However
but
you
yeah.
want to accomplish that, you can. It's gonna still be like the roll.
Fair,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
3d6.
fair enough.
So however you
Try it.
want to flavor it. Catch me.
Yeah, I was
Alright?
gonna say, can I use "Can't Catch Me" again?
Yes, you can use that. This is somehow a thing that you're gonna just be good at because you're running quickly through a maze.
Fair. Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
I dropped one.
One fell on the floor.
Oh, that's 2 6s if we count the floor 6.
The two.
Again.
Yeah, do we count the floor 6, or do we have a re-roll?
So fast.
No, I think we have to rule it that no floor 6s.
Okay, let me go grab my floor 6. Wait, no, I can
just because we're not going to remember the next time what our decision was, and we need it to be clear that if something bad is on the floor and y'all just don't tell me what it is.
That's okay. I re-rolled it, and I got a 2, and that's a total of 10.
A total of 10. That's still a success.
Ah!
Yeah. So you zoom back down the hallway towards the tower. You feel the heat on your skin. I don't think it's called skin
I don't
for
know what that is
jellyfish,
either.
but whatever it's
but
called.
as I hit that corner, I'm gonna drag a tentacle along the corner to help me turn quickly. And then I put one
swing
skate on the
yourself.
wall, and so I 90-degree skate down the hallway.
Oh.
Nice.
And then I just want to fly directly into the tower. I just
right.
want to body slam
Yeah.
the tower.
So you body slam the tower.
Just
you
so
hit
I
with a
stop.
Crash.
Just so I stop. I'm not trying to do any damage to the tower.
The alarm goes off. The light blasts.
You hear a, ooh!
And you slam into the wall. Now, once you're here, the room is all lit up still. You're still like in this area that's triggering the alarm and the light, and so the alarm just keeps going off.
Oh boy.
I'd like to shimmy around the tower, staying out of the light, and look
Yeah.
for anything. Is there like a button? Can I
So
turn
you-
it off?
So
Like a
you
switch?
start shimmering.
No, that's me.
I shimmy.
You start shimmying around the tower. And as you're doing so, I'll give you a little bit more of a lay of the land. So it's a square room off to the west. We'll use cardinal directions to make all of this easier. Off to the west, there is a hallway that turns up north. And then up to the north is the T intersection that goes east and west. So that's what you can see around the room, and you shimmy around this tower, and you find it all to be a smooth stone. No buttons, no mechanisms, no levers, nothing. Nada, zilch.
What is the circumference? What is the girth of the tower?
It is 20 feet in diameter.
Okay. 20 feet, okay. That's pretty right. And it's just smooth stone.
Just smooth stone.
What did you find?
It's just a smooth tower. It's about 20 feet in diameter. It's really large still.
How tall is the tower?
The tower is 30 feet tall.
It's about 30 feet up.
Do you think you can make it up there?
I can try.
You want to climb the tower?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, this is the source of the heat.
So is the stone warm, or is it the light that heats it up? Like is
The
the stone
light.
of the tower warm?
So the sides of the,
The
tower
sides
are probably
of the
still
tower
cold, but
are-
once you get up there, it's gonna be
Yeah,
Oh,
once
sure.
you
And then if it
get
gets too hot,
up-
I slide back down. Whatever.
10 feet, that's where the stone stops, and then the light begins.
Oh,
So it's like it's a column of glass sitting on top of a stone pedestal.
oh.
Yeah.
Can I see if there's like a light bulb inside? Like what's the?
It's really bright.
so bright you can't see.
It's really bright and hurts to look at because it burns your skin. It's a fucking light and it's really bright.
Question.
Query.
Query. Repot, I imagine has a solar panel somewhere on it. Can
Yes.
Repot test to see if the light from this will actually charge Repot?
Will the pain be worth it?
Will the baby worth it?
Is so I have a question for you.
Sure.
How functional is your
That's
solar
true.
panel?
I did have to
if
shock you away.
Your battery.
We did say that anything that's glass is probably shattered by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because otherwise, I'd be like, why is
Yeah,
Repot
why is
struggling
it
with
fucking-
battery
yeah, no,
levels?
yeah, no, I think that solar panel is long ago. No, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it probably still works a little bit. Probably still like it is light, so it probably would.
Right.
Maybe not as well as the sun, because the sun has a full spectrum of light.
Right. Well, in my head, I'm thinking, like, even if it's non-functional, it is made of some kind of light-absorbing material that I could probably try and sneak my way down this hallway with it, like, held in front of me to the best of my ability. And try and use that as my kind of the thing that's blocking the light from hurting me too much, is this thing that's technically supposed to be absorbing light, even if it's not necessarily functional on a charging capacity. But, like, could I just kind of hide behind it? And it's like sort of like it's an adjustable thing where like I have the ability to like rotate it a little bit in theory, although the rotation isn't particularly good, but I can kind of like, because Repot is sort of cylindrical, Repot is going to try and like get down so it's the long side of the cylinder is facing the light, and then the solar panel, it would make sense for it to be on top, right? So to see, like, I kind of want to do a test where Repot is like, okay, well, can I, last through this light if I hide behind this, what used to be a solar panel but isn't particularly functional anymore, but is still made of stuff that is supposed to be able to absorb light.
Yeah. I mean, I could say that it offers you some protection.
Right.
Being that it has to be something that fits inside your body,
Right. Well, it's kind of on the top, I would imagine. So,
Okay, on the
well,
top.
it's sort of along with the sensors sort of deal. But I wouldn't say it covers my entire body, for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of... So I would say that offers some protection, story-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's add an extra die.
Fair.
But RP-wise, it does offer you that sense of protection that would encourage...
I want to try and make it to that, at least to the first... It could... I mean, I'm curious, because, like, Dazzle could just hide behind Repot. I think Repot is willing to just be the shadow.
Aren't you kind of small?
Well, I mean, I'm crawling on the ground with, like, a cylinder, so that would make me small, but I feel like you could crawl behind me and still sort of fit.
And be on the ground?
Okay, so Repot says, follow. And then tries to, like, gets down on the ground and tries to see what it can do. Whatever it can try and cover with the solar panel, it tries. I'm not saying it's going to work, but, and starts trying to crawl along the ground, basically, just like brute forcing it basically through this light, with the hope that the shadow that it casts behind it is kind of enough for Dazzlebright to sort of sneak in as well. And if Repot doesn't make it, then you still have that shadow, because Repot's just going to be laying on the ground melting. Which Repot's kind of okay with.
It's not melting temperature.
No,
but
it's
yeah.
not. But like, you're
gonna fry some wires.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It's bad for electronics, for sure.
It's not great, but not the end of the world, in theory.
Yeah. Okay, so you can do a body roll, and then Dazzle, I'll let you decide if you're hiding behind Repot or you want to do that body roll on your own.
I don't know. I think I'll go on my own. I mean, TBH, I don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
But we gotta progress. And Dazzle, Dazzle's intellect is is at maximum, and so Dazzle would know like the statistics that you stated earlier.
Yeah.
And Dazzle would not want like permanent burn scars. Like that would be the worst thing ever for them.
Yeah. So you have a little over 5 seconds, because the temperature takes time to reach the 140. So you probably have about 15 seconds to make it 25 feet. That's plenty of time. It's just potentially going to hurt.
Repot, do you plan to go for the tower or for the left or right tunnels?
Navigating tunnels.
Left or right?
I think just because it's where Zipper came from, probably left. So left, just because it's where
Yeah.
we know things have been kind of resolved. But
Okay.
yeah.
And then I guess it would be easy for Zipper to get back there. And I wouldn't want to split the party, but I do want to find out what's on the right. Okay, I'll tag along.
You can convince me to go right. I'm just saying.
It's true. It's very easy to convince Repot to do
Yeah.
things.
Right?
Doesn't your curiosity want to find out what's on the right?
Navigate right.
All right.
It's
Such
so
a difficult conversation.
Yeah, sure. And
I thought it would be harder than that.
Repot's down. Repot cares more about finding shade than which side,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Do those body rolls.
All right. Best of
Hey, is
luck,
this my
Repot.
first time attempting to escape the burning lights of Radiant Star? I don't know. I'm asking if I can use beginner's luck.
I will let you decide if that constitutes as beginner's luck for you, or if you're just gonna say that that's running.
Okay, we're gonna say no because the sun exists.
Right. All right.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. What are those body rolls?
4.
7.
Well, hold it. I guess it's not 4 from it's a body roll, so it's 6. For
It's
me, but
6.
Still,
It's 6.
not great.
I have a
I think
plus
that's
1.
just a straight failure.
Yeah.
Great.
Opposed to
yeah,
a gay failure.
that is a straight failure. Yeah.
I hate those ones.
The straights are always failing. What?
As Repot is crawling towards the goal, like the light fries one of the wires in one of its limbs, and it just kind of slips, and it's like trying to drag itself, but it can't go fast enough.
I hear glass shatter and it's your thermometer that's
Oh,
broken off.
yes, the thermometer
It's
is-
just caught on fire.
on fire. I
Liquid
feel like-
mercury just
I feel like
seeping in
construction
the air.
robots would deal with like temperatures and metal and stuff.
You hear
that-
clank, 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 clank.
Yeah,
clank,
but
and
we're
the
like
fire
in an
extinguisher
anime.
goes.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
the fire extinguisher tries to come out and fails.
All right, so that's just a straight up failure. So I'll let you narrate how you fail making it to the right hallway. And then with Dazzle, that is a sacrifice.
Aye, aye.
So you're gonna still take that 1 damage to body, but you are gonna make it into the right hallway.
Okay.
So Repot, narrate how that happens.
Repot tries, but like the solar panel is not much help, as we kind of figured. It does not absorb. It doesn't really do the job, and it leaves most of the robot exposed, especially the limbs that are trying to like actually move the robot around. And of course, Repot is not fast, as we've kind of already established. It's not particularly great at like traversing things at speed. So the limbs, which are kind of exposed as it's trying to drag itself around, the heat basically starts like frying some of the wires, and they just stop responding. Right, like the
Yeah.
wires just kind of are not kind of up to snuff for this kind of movement, especially because the limbs just start like more of the limbs than usual are non-responsive basically, and so it's still maybe like, you know, at the last second it protects like one of them so it can like, you know, like still retain some kind of range of motion when necessary, but it is kind of just like sitting there now baking in the hideous light. I think maybe one last thing it tries to do perhaps is like, because it does have rope, it tries
Yeah.
to fling this rope as far as it can ahead of itself to the best of its ability, just to get somebody
Beautiful.
else's help in order to please drag me, you know, and it says assistance, you know, and it's kind of like, but you can kind of hear it, assistance, as it kind of starts like baking a little bit, and things start frying a little bit past what its body is intended to handle, but it's trying to wheel this rope out as much as possible with one limb, you know, and just trying to throw it as far as it can. But I don't think that rope necessarily makes it to the hallway per se, but I hope that it's reachable in a way that somebody could take it, and then they don't have to carry Repot while holding the rope. There's still like slack in the wheel. They just have to like grab the rope and get back to a place that's safe, and then start pulling, is the kind of idea that Repot has to solve the situation.
Rope is very
Yeah.
flammable.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'll just say that the rope does go far enough. Like we're talking
sure.
distances of 25 feet is the where you're trying to get.
Yeah.
So if you're
Assistance!
crashing down halfway through. You're only throwing a rope 10 feet.
Sure.
And so we'll say that is reachable for Dazzle. So Dazzle, how do you want to do this?
Is rope very flammable under this light, Kitch?
Better move
We're not
fast
at flame temperatures.
Okay. Then I suppose I grab the rope. I take off my leather gloves and I quickly shove them into my boot because I've got these squirrely claws that'll help me have a better grip on the rope. And I tug on them and I say, "You're gonna owe me quite a few after this one," and start backing up into the tunnel, pulling.
All right, give me a body roll.
Oh, yeah, with my +0 now.
Oh God.
That's a 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
All right. So we are failing big time right now. So what goes wrong?
One of my claws gets caught in the rope, and I'm pulling it back, and I put one hand in front of the other and try to switch around, but then my nail breaks, and I'm just really disappointed in myself and go, "God, at a time like now," and I'm just staring at my hand and drop the rope, and I'm just kind of pretty pissed off at myself.
All right. So you're going to take a point of damage.
I'm injured.
You're injured.
Broken nail.
Zipper, you can see this happening. Is there anything that you'd like to do to react?
Can I try and smash the glass with my helmet? Climb up a little bit onto using all of my tentacles to wrap myself around this tower and shimmy up and try and break the glass.
Give me a body roll.
Oh my God. Oh, 11.
Jeez, your luck.
An 11. So you clamber up
Zipper
the
has
side
an
of this
amazing
stone. You make your way onto the metal. It's burning, searing your skin.
Ow.
Smash into it. This is just a regular success. The glass shatters. Revealing a light bulb at the top of at the top of the tower that was illuminating the glass pane.
Is there metal that travels up to the top of the tower? Or is it metal, all glass, and then metal at the top?
As in the frame of the glass?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a metal frame.
Okay, I'm gonna shock that metal frame. I'm gonna try and
So it doesn't touch the light bulb.
Oh.
It's the outer frame of the glass.
But the outer frame doesn't touch another part that holds the light bulb. If I electrocuted from where I am, it doesn't electrocute all the way up to the top. You see what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
just wanna make
you
sure.
can touch the base of the light filament and do that.
How far up is it? You said it was at the top of the tower?
The light bulb is up at the top, but it's screwed into the base. You know how light bulbs plug into a bulb socket? So there is a socket.
Oh, the socket isn't at the top of the tower? I'm confused.
No,
on
we'll
where
just put it at the
bulb
bottom.
Cool.
And
Yeah, then I'm gonna shock the bejesus
right.
out of it.
Give me that roll.
Can I use Zip Zap?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
10.
A 10 is a regular success. And with that, the light bulb shatters.
I think I did it.
The light goes out.
Zipper's surrounded by broken glass.
Ow.
So is
I do have
Repot.
shoes on, so I think we're okay.
I don't know if Repot is close to the glass, but I think Repot is definitely smoking. There's definitely some stuff that's going wrong with Repot. I have to move my body down one at least. I took an injury, right?
Yes, you did take that
Let me
damage.
do that real quick. But I think the thing that was bothering Repot is now solved at the very least. So Repot is not in imminent danger. And I think it tries to with the limb that it has remaining, push itself at least up against the wall or something as it tries to sort of figure out what it can do to kind of repair itself. I think it with the heat off, I think it's able to like take a look at one of the other limbs and start like trying to like adjust it or solder things back, like so that like at least it's taking a look at its limbs. Basically, it's trying to see what it can do to put itself back in working order so it can at least move around.
Yeah.
Ah, an umbrella. That's what we should have asked him for. An umbrella, not a cloth.
I can go ask him now.
I think we're good.
Oh, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah. So the light is off. The heat has dissipated. The alarm is still blasting. So the alarm still keeps going off. But
Let's
there's
get out of
just
this
like
hallway.
no
Yeah.
We're in the dark now, right?
repercussions.
I think Repot turns on like a headlamp that it's got
Yeah.
in order to try and help illuminate the area to try and help us find our way around.
You wanna check out the other tunnel?
Yeah, there is. So the crystal, I saw the memory. Remember, I said I touched it, and then but then when I saw the whole memory, then this door opened.
What was the memory?
It was Nico. He was playing the guitar. He was like, "Fuck you."
Oh, like in a hardcore rock and roll way?
Yeah,
or
like
in
part
a-
of the song was like, "Fuck
Oh,
you."
Not like he was like pissed off at someone while playing.
I mean, it kind of felt like both.
Oh,
To be honest,
interesting.
felt very emotionally involved in the music.
Yeah. You got the sense that that was like his internal monologue.
Wow.
Yeah. So profound.
So
I
profound.
think he's mad at somebody.
Oh yeah. Do you know who?
No, I didn't really get that.
There wasn't anyone else in the memory.
No, it was really just like a vibe that I saw.
I step back into the center and I kick the robot and say, "Hey, you okay?"
The kick turns out to be just the percussive maintenance that Repot needed, and like it actually fixes one of the other limbs that it was like trying to figure out. I was like, "Whoa!" and then I guess it says acknowledge, and then I think it gets up. I think maybe it doesn't have necessarily. I mean, it's still damaged, right? I still have I'm not at full capacity with the body, but I think it does still have the ability now to move around. And it's I think it starts basically dragging itself over to where the crystal was, I guess, to hearing that Zipper was like, well, the door opened, and Repot was like, oh, a door opened. Well, obviously that's a place that was previously hidden that we've now passed. We should probably go there and see what's down that path at the very least.
Yeah.
So I think that's the direction that Repot's going. Probably still slowly, but Repot was always slow. But it is able to kind of drag its way over. And I think as it's trying to do, it's trying to do its own version of diagnostics. Unfortunately, its internal diagnostics is not particularly well maintained ever.
Yeah.
But it is trying to do like using the camera and using kind of its own sensors that do work, trying to see like what's wrong with it and what can it be fixed. But it's going to take a little bit of time, I suspect. But the kick definitely helped.
You're covered in swamp gunk and you're slightly singed.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
thought he was ugly before.
There's scorch marks, especially on the top of the robot where the heat was like the strongest. You can see what basically was the solar panel has basically just been burned away. The thing that it was trying to hide behind, and like especially like the radar scanner and the top of the camera, like there's like noticeable burn marks on them. And maybe it's like not melting per se, but it's like a little bit warped. Anything that was made of plastic is like a little bit bent out of shape. But it still runs, so it's going to keep going.
Yeah, this was
Gorgeous.
the crystal. See, it used to glow. It was glowing a lot more than this. I don't think it works anymore, and I'm going to tap it a couple times.
Yeah, you tap it a couple of times and it seems
nothing.
completely inert.
Nothing.
But it did open this door, so I think I did something.
That's cool. I guess we can get a move on.
Yeah. Dazzle, because you had gone to the other hallway and you had asked me about it, that I will describe that you did see down the other hallway. It went into a T intersection, and to the left or north end of the T intersection, you did see another blue glow.
Hey, was this glowing blue by chance?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, when I was trying to pull Repot... By the way, you broke my nail. When I was trying to get Repot out of the center, I noticed a blue glow coming from the other end as well, if we want to check that out.
Okay.
Yeah. So before we proceed, I did want to call out a couple options that Dazzle does have right now, given that Dazzle is injured. So one, somebody could attempt healing on Dazzle, which will just be a roll, just
Don't
like
touch me.
any others. There is also the option of spending rapport or harmony to recover ability or attribute points. So it's 1 point of rapport and harmony for 1 point of an attribute or an ability. So it's not a great conversion rate because rapport and harmony can be used for much more powerful things. But in a pinch, it will do a thing.
Yeah. I think I'll just wait until we get to town. We can camp.
Okay. If there's a body roll, you will just automatically fail it.
Oh, sweet.
So that's just how that will go. Until you are no longer injured. All right. So, you're going up to the other crystal. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not gonna touch it though.
You're not gonna touch it.
No.
No. Okay. So you walk up to the crystal. You feel that warmth, that kind of buzzy heat that Zipper had felt previously with the other crystal. So it's just like not a pleasant feeling.
Zipper, do you want to do the honors for this one
Well,
as
I
well?
already did one.
Oh,
It wasn't pleasant per se. I'd rather not do it again.
okay. Repot?
Repot like drags itself. It's been lagging behind, of course. I think Repot just goes ahead and maybe just I think it does. It uses one of its limbs to like kind of reach out and try and touch the crystal and see what happens.
Cool. So a vision begins to appear in your mind's eye. Give me
What is this new
a
sensor?
heart, voice, or
Interesting
mind.
data. Well, I think my best is voice still.
All right.
So I'd like to use voice if I have the option.
Wow, that's
Do we
interesting.
all? That's me too.
Everybody has best voices. Are the best. We're all better at speaking,
Yeah, interesting coming from a robot with limited voice lines.
right?
So, so the reason I'm giving you all a decision is because that, just like any other time where you're given a decision on roles, it just determines what information is provided. So heart is feeling and empathizing with emotions. Voice is communication around an emotion. And mind is putting the pieces together for how the emotion is functioning.
Well, okay, then maybe I'm gonna go for mind. It's not my best one, but we've already done a voice. I think I'm gonna roll mind. I said, fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right. So as the vision comes into your mind's eye, what is that mind roll?
Ooh, 10 plus 2.
Nice.
12.
That is a 12. Success. Gorgeous. All right. So now you see the image of Cleffa. You see on her face, she looks a little frustrated. Her brow is furrowed as she hunches over a stack of papers at a low table. You see that she is scribbling in a ledger and she looks at several receipts. The image pans in on one of the receipts in particular, where you see a logo at the top. It is... I forgot how stupid this looks. I'm looking at my own drawings. All right, so it is a tomato with a face. Its left eye is covered with a monocle, and it has kind of a side grin. It's also wearing a farmer's hat that covers up kind of the green stem area of the tomato. You just see a little bit of the leaves poking out from underneath the hat like hair. And along the perimeter of this logo, you see the following words: a one-stop shop, big grocer. And then the image fades. The light dims, and again you hear the rumbling of the floor as the door behind begins to slide open.
Door behind?
So
Interesting.
to the north.
So up to the north.
Okay. I think Repot was expecting to be able to record this, but whatever sensor kind of input it got was not actually the camera. So it is now going to try and describe basically what it saw. And I think especially with the kind of damage that it took, it's going to maybe try and use the voice box a little bit more to describe it. And it's going to be Cleffa, receipt, logo, tomato, and what was it called? It was
Monocle?
with a monocle. There was and it's gonna try and say one stop shop big grocer. And that's basically what it's going to try and communicate to the team about what it saw in terms of like, and maybe it'll also say Cleffa angry at receipt, and that's kind of I think how it's going to try and describe what it saw to the teammates.
Do we know the one-stop shop big grocer? Is that a common grocery store in the region?
You've heard it mentioned once or twice. It's a grocery store in one of the larger cities. Let's see. It's in a place
Largo?
called Mezzo.
Mezzo.
Yeah. So it's on your way to Largo.
Oh.
But yeah. It is. Oh no, you're right. No, it is in Largo. So it's in Largo, and it's a major grocery store chain that can be found in larger cities, but hasn't really made its way out to any of the rural towns like Tyne.
So if anyone knows about this, it would more likely be Repot, being a construction bot
That's
who
true.
works in...
From the city.
Yeah.
I guess Repot does say, it's like, well, do I know the name of this grocer?
Yeah, it's just called Big Grocer.
It's just called Big Grocer. Oh.
Yeah, it's just called Big Grocer.
I think Repot says receipt from Big Grocer. Big Grocer equals chain grocery store. And I think it maybe like pulls up on a screen that it might have like because it doesn't have to use the vision for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a logo that it's seen. So it pulls up like that image of the logo that it recognizes from separate from the vision. It just knows what that grocery store was, and just pulls that up for the team to see.
Zipper leans into Dazzle and does he mean they sell chains at this grocery store?
I'm honestly not too sure myself.
It'd be weird for a grocery store to only sell chains.
Yeah, that
It's not
would
really
be
a grocery
little
store then, right?
weird. No, it's more like a...
A chain store.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. That's a weird store.
Sometimes he just says things and we just have to agree.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, I guess she bought a lot of chains and has a big receipt.
Maybe
From-
she was making chainmail?
Maybe. Yeah, but she apparently is mad at the price,
Yeah.
it seems.
She's real PO'd about it.
She's probably in debt from all those chains.
I don't think Repot even bothers to correct y'all.
I have a feeling that's why the orchard... Oh, it's going out of business, remember?
Oh,
Like they're
yeah.
not doing so well.
She bought too many. I didn't see any chains when we were on the...
Maybe they're just out at her house.
Maybe, okay, that's fair. Weird.
The chainmail is like a weekend thing she wears.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's an expensive chainmail that's going to put your entire orchard out of business.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, shall we?
Kitch is gonna clip this.
I don't do the clipping. That's for the
Okay.
audience. All right. Yeah, the door is opened. So you can see on the other side of the door, there is a hallway. The hallway kind of loops back around to the room with the tower, so you can see that like this is kind of where that would have led if you had traversed through the tower room. It went left and right. Right would have brought you right behind this door. But it also wraps north and then west around a wall that was beyond that room.
So theoretically, if we take a left here and keep going straight, we would make it to the other side of the tower where you were?
I would think so. She like holds up both fingers.
Yeah, it's only like 25 feet.
Right. Yeah, but I think we should keep going farther.
Yeah.
So go past this left and go to the next left.
And eventually we'll get it to the other side of this wall maze.
Thing. All right.
Navigating. I think we're just gonna go north. Yeah, navigating north.
Hey, does Repot have a GPS built in?
I think not a GPS, but I think Repot has a really good memory for where it has been. So I think it has like wherever it's been, it has mapped out.
Nice.
So it knows where it's been. It's not unless things change, like doors close or whatever. It's not really gonna. It's always gonna be able to find its way back, right? Finding its way forward, it's not really got a map of everything per se, but it has, you know, I think in my head, it's sort of like the kind of mini map kind of functionality you get where like you remove the fog of war as you kind of get from place to place. So it has that kind of image in its head of where it has been per se. But that won't update automatically if something changes in the environment.
It's a literal photographic memory.
It's a literal photographic memory. Exactly. Right. Like it knows where it's been. It could find its way back, for example. But I think it understands like the orientation of things. It has a really good understanding of like angles and distances, and it can verify that it was in fact exactly 25 feet. You know, like it knows it can estimate distances very well. But it's, you know, so I think it understands like, well, okay, let's go north, because it knows that we can look left and see that the shattered remains of the beacon of heat. It's like, well, I don't really want to go there. Let's keep going north and then turn left and see what's in that direction.
Yeah. And so it's not too far. It's 20 to 30 feet before it leaps over to the left. And as you look now towards the west, you can see that the hallway continues on past where the tower would have been, off to the right and the left. And piecing this all together in your head, you realize that this section that was north of the tower is just one big loop with a divider running down from east to west. And in theory, you realize that it would have protected the people traversing through the northern hallway from the light of the tower.
Oh.
So by opening up this secret door, you're just preventing yourself from hitting the light for a second time.
Yeah,
Okay.
get it.
Well,
So
but go down to the end and turn right, since that seems to be
yeah, because
farther.
left basically takes you back into
Right.
the room with the tower.
No, thank you.
So you do take a right at the end of this hall, where you see a couple things. Up north, there is a dead end of this hallway where you see another glowing blue crystal. Just before it, you see that a hallway opens to the right, but you cannot see exactly where quite yet.
Let's go peer down that hallway.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
All right.
We're not going to touch this glowing blue orb yet.
Well,
Well, let's see what's down the hallway. Hallways comes first anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we're down.
because I assume we touched the crystal, it's gonna open another path forward anyways.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So you make your way up towards the hallway and you peer down it. As you look in, you see another chamber. So it is an open chamber. You can see a section of the room. The chamber kind of continues on north beyond your field of vision at this point. But it is like an open room.
I pick up a stone on the ground and I toss it into the room to see if.
Oh yeah. If another light turns on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have you do an intelligence roll
Okay.
to determine the outcome of that.
Okay. 12.
Nice.
All right, so that's a success. It's going to you put all the pieces of how this puzzle is working together in your head, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna work. So sure enough, as you toss the pebble into the center of the room, you hear the blaring of the alarm yet again, and a red light flashes,
No.
filling the room with
No.
light.
Yeah, let's just go back to the crystal.
We're not doing that.
We're good.
No.
Repot has an involuntary shudder as it remembers what just happened, and immediately backpedals towards
A little
the room with the
flashback.
crystal in it.
Yeah.
Dazzle's good out here.
All right. Yeah, as you could assume that there's a tower in the middle of the room that's just out of vision right now. But yeah, so you back paddle and you make your way up towards the crystal.
Everyone looks at Dazzlebright.
All right. They take off their glove once more and put their hand with their chipped nail on it onto the crystal.
Beautiful. All right. Heart, voice, or mind?
I'm probably going to do a voice.
Voice. All right. Give me that roll.
Okay. It's a 6 plus 3, which is a 9.
A 9. So that is a sacrifice.
Yep.
So you are going to take a point of damage to your voice for now.
Throw
Not my
punch.
voice.
Which is just your openness to communicating about emotions.
Which is already.
All right. So the vision begins to appear in your mind's eye, and you see Mishka, and you also see Nico as they are hugging. And you hear Mishka's voice in your mind. This is his internal monologue, because their mouths are not moving in this image. Ugh, I'm gonna miss you. And the vision fades.
I relay that to the rest of the party.
Oh. Wait, who's gonna miss who?
I believe it was Mishka, the one speaking,
Oh.
missing his brother.
Way to go.
I don't know. Maybe Nico is going somewhere.
Oh.
Because he wasn't around at the orchard when we were there.
Right.
And they were saying that he hadn't been seen in a while, but he disappears a lot. Maybe he's making a permanent disappearance this time. Joining his traveling band, perhaps.
Maybe.
Agreement. I think Repot just agrees with that assessment, I think.
And with that, the floor begins to rumble as the stone slides in its socket, revealing the hallway behind.
What's down the hallway?
You see the hallway goes off to the right and the left.
Feeling the lights on the right side.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna peek.
because-
Right. You peek your head down the hallway, and you can check both directions. You see that it continues on in either direction. To the right, it would loop back down south. And to the left, you see that there is a hallway down towards the south, as well as, if you continued on further, the glowing blue light of yet another crystal.
Crystal it is.
Yeah.
Think it's back to you, Zipper.
All right. Slap.
Zipper's there before we can catch up.
So Zipper, you skate down the hallway, beelining for the crystal, and you slap your tentacle on it. And now give me another roll.
We're gonna do heart this time. Oh, sorry, that's Dan speaking. We're gonna do heart this time. 6.
6. So 6 is a failure. So what you are going to get is you start to see this vision. You see Cleffa. And you see she is in the orchard and she has a cart of apples. And you start to feel this panic that begins to wash over you. And it kind of overwhelms you. Like something is building this emotion and it is taking control of your body.
I'll quickly let go of the crystal. Nope. That was weird. I didn't like that feeling.
And so you will take 1 point of damage.
Heart damage.
Yeah.
Repot says, status report.
Shed a cart. And then that was it. And then I done that bit big. I didn't feel good.
Probably at the chain store.
Yeah, well, it's the apples.
Ah,
Shed a cart full of apples.
cart full of apples.
Yeah, no chains.
No,
Yeah.
that's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I would expect there to be chains. Seems to be the center point of this conflict. It's the chains.
Correction. Apples.
No, yeah, she had apples.
It's true.
I don't think anything opened. I didn't hear anything.
No. The light dims but does not go out.
Oh.
Well, there was a way, you said south from here?
Yes. So there was a way south. Zipper, you can. I guess you would have passed this. So if you looked down south, that hallway continues to where the first crystal was. So there was a hallway that continued down all the way to the first crystal. There was another opening on the western side of that hallway.
Look, it seems to go backwards, though. I think this one's supposed to open something, and I'm going to start tapping on the walls.
The laugh from the chronicler makes me think differently.
Yeah, I don't think I got the whole image, because it didn't really, nothing really happened. It was just her with some
Yeah.
apples and a cart, but nothing else.
So basically, if we were to go south now... No, I thought we were a little past where if we went south, we would go to... But if we turn south now, that's where the first crystal was, basically?
Well, if we went south back a little bit further, we're at the crystal now.
yeah.
We had to
Is
go
there a
back.
south
If we went
from the crystal, though?
No.
No. It's just like its own little...
It's just this
thing.
little dead
okay,
end,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna
Should I
have to-
try it again? It's still glowing louder. It's still glowing brighter than the other crystals when they open the doors.
Yeah, it just dimmed a little bit.
Yeah, unless somebody else wants to try it again. That one it didn't feel good. That one didn't.
Repot?
Yeah, Repot tries. Something tells me it's not going to work, but Repot tries it anyway, just to see what happens. Testing hypothesis. And sticks out a limb and tries to touch the crystal.
All right, give me a roll and tell me what it is.
Well, I think I'm going to make it voice this time, just because that's my best one.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have heart. Heart is not Repot's strength.
Well, I don't
Repot does not
anymore.
really handle emotions particularly well. So, let's see what this is. Oh, 11 plus 3. So,
That is
14?
success.
14.
Yeah, pretty good success then.
All right. So the same image appears to you. It's Cleffa with a cart of apples. And instead of being overwhelmed by the emotion this time and getting shunted out of the vision, you start to hear Cleffa's internal monologue. We're never going to make it at this rate. This isn't enough. and the image fades. The light dims of the crystal, and you hear the rumbling of the ground as the door shifts out of the way, revealing the hallway behind.
Cleffa selling apples. Not enough.
Not enough to pay off the chain debt. Yep.
Not enough.
Well, and then I think navigating north. And then we're just gonna head through the door that just opened. The door was open north, right?
West.
West. Never mind.
That's
Navigating
all right.
West. That's where the doors are.
Yeah, so basically it continues on west and turns down south once it hits the far wall.
We don't like south.
Well, I guess that's the best
Only.
option. Yeah.
As
I mean,
opposed to
you
where the big
basically
blinding light is.
from the map that you've been formulating in your head, Repot, you do feel like you've been going around in a bit of a circle in terms of you reached the upper wall, and then you went left, and now you're kind of continuing down towards the south as it turns around.
I feel like we've gotten to a point where we're like beyond. We're further west than we have been.
Yes,
it feels
you're further
like.
west than you've ever
So
been.
that's what Repot's instincts are. It's like, well, this is still unexplored territory, right? Like this doesn't feel like us retracing our steps.
Yeah.
This is still new to us. So Repot is perfectly happy with going south. Repot is not going back to where that light is until that is the only place remaining left to go. Basically, I think it's going to be the play from Repot.
Yeah. And the three of you traverse south for about 100 yards before it turns to the left.
100 yards. Oh boy.
No choices, just the hallway turns to the left. And this is when things start to open up. You start to see a couple more options. The first being that as you look east down the hallway, you see one opening to the right.
We went hundreds of yards, so we might be even past where we entered.
So you've gone in a big old circle at this point.
Repot's like dragging itself down the hallway to the best of its abilities. Zipper's like all the way at the end already, right? Being like, hurry up.
Hurry up, everyone. Come on, come on.
I'm a little confused as Dan is because you said we went south and then we went through an entrance west and then we went east.
No, I think
You went west, south, east.
Oh.
West.
As in we
south.
turned left. As in we're facing south, turning left.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So at this point, you can see that there is to the south, or on the right, there is a hall or an opening. But further on, you see a T intersection with a blue glow to the right.
This map is no longer making sense.
That's all right. It's just 3 choices.
Okay.
3?
Well, we
I only have 2.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I got it.
Yeah, it's a T intersection, which means there's a left and a right.
Okay. Well, we go through. We'll go towards the light, of course.
So we'll check the first south passage.
Aye, aye.
All right. So you're going to traverse to the first passage. You see that it does open up into a hallway to the south. You can see basically it immediately hits a dead end to the left or east, but then continues on and wraps back down south if you look to the right or west. So that is that hallway. It's basically one real decision. If you want to go down here, it will take you further south. If you continue on, you can see the blue glow is getting brighter towards that T intersection.
Okay, well, let's go to the T intersection. What's north first?
All right. To the north, you can see that it wraps around a wall to the left, but you can't see what goes on at the end of that hallway. Just that it wraps back up in the north. Because you've basically circumnavigated this area, you can imagine that it is just a room that you've been walking around this whole time.
Huh?
So you've walked around the space that this hallway would lead towards.
So we've been
Yeah.
here before, is what you're
No,
saying?
we've been
No, you've not been there. You've
Yeah,
been
so we
around
walked
the
around.
space.
We basically made a big old square
You made-
around it, and then we
Yeah.
So
finally
this
got
is that
inside
space.
the
Okay.
thing that we've been walking around.
And the
So-
crystal?
And then the crystal is to the south at the T intersection.
Okay. So many choices.
I still want to get crystal every time, basically.
Crystal every time. The crystal will guide us forward, and we know that's...
That crystal gives a story. I just want to know what's going on with Nico.
Don't you play video games by doing everything else first and then the main objective?
I mean, with that logic, you would have gone and broken the second tower.
Right?
Yeah, do you guys
But
wanna go
y'all
back?
said nope.
God,
So yeah, who's gonna touch the crystal this time, and what would you like to use?
Dazzle, it's your turn.
Okay. I will touch the crystal and I will use heart.
Heart. All
Actually,
right.
I will use mind.
Fair.
You're gonna use mind. All right, give me
Yes.
that roll and let me know what it is.
Okay. It's a 12.
Nice.
A 12. Okay, so that is a success.
Whoop whoop.
So you're gonna get a similar image as I forget who, I think Repot experienced before, the hugging brothers, Mishka and Nico. As you start to piece together the scene, you start to notice a couple different details that the image seems to zoom in on. One being the guitar strung across Nico's back, as well as a packed bag. It's like a travel bag. At Mishka's feet is a pitchfork. And you can see that he's wearing overalls versus Nico's kind of goth punk apparel. And then that is when the image fades away. The crystal dims, the ground rumbles, and the door opens, revealing the space behind.
Okay. I got the same vision as I got last time. It's Nico and Mishka hugging. But this time, Nico has his guitar in packed bags, so I guess I was right about him going somewhere, moving away. And Mishka seems to be staying behind at the farm.
Oh.
None of their wardrobes have improved, though.
Analysis confirmed.
I think it's just Repot's way of agreeing.
I'm glad you agree.
And behind this door is an open chamber, one that reveals the exit to the maze.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can see the grass on the other side of the threshold.
This goes south, right?
It does.
What the? That's where we entered from.
Let's find out.
You don't want to go to the squares,
We can always come
swivel?
back.
Okay.
If we come back out to where we started, we could just turn back around.
Once
Okay.
the door closes as soon as we exit.
Well, one of you stay here.
No.
Get trapped behind forever.
I am curious what's in that room, but honestly, Repot's probably ready to get out.
Tired of this.
Yes.
All right. So is it decided you make your way across towards the exit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we
Alright.
see Veronica S. and Cherry.
Yeah, Rona's been waiting there the
So-
whole time.
So, as you make your way across the room, it's quite uneventful. It's an open room. You do see that there is like a dead end hallway off to the left. It doesn't really go anywhere. If you have like a really nice map in your head, you can imagine that this basically juts up against the entrance that you came in at.
Oh.
And then there is a path up that kind of swings back to the northwest towards like the corner of an unexplored area.
We have to have a side by side of your map and Dan's map on social media after this.
Yes, we really, really do. I
did not get it right.
It's so good. I mean, you all could have been watching the stream and then seen it there.
No.
That's cheating.
That is you. We're not supposed to know.
But yes, you do exit to the south, and you are correct. You did come from the south, and you were hoping to go north, because you re-enter that thick, oppressive fog that you were in at the beginning of the session.
Dagnabbit.
And you hear the faint mutterings of Trinket talking to Veronica S. and Cherry.
Aw.
And he
Great.
goes, "Oh, hey guys."
Just when I thought we lost you.
And so, with our hearts full and our friends reunited, the scene drifts off into an afternoon of frustrating turnabouts. And we too will drift off for a short intermission in our absence. Please take care of yourselves, grab a snack, drink some water, and have a little stretch. We will be back in 15 minutes. A timer will count us down.
Kitch.
It's too late.
All right.
It's too late to
It's
turn
too
back
late.
now. Sorry, I
All right,
can't
we're
sing.
back.
I can't sing real songs.
All right. So you have just exited the maze and stepped back out into the thick, oppressive fog,
Yay, we did it.
once again obscuring your vision. Yay, you did a maze. You went from start to finish, complete, task complete.
Path complete.
But this is
However-
where we started.
You are exactly back where you have started, rejoined with Veronica S., Cherry, and Trinket.
Yeah, knowing that Repot has a little bit of a geographic memory, Dazzle is pretty PO'd at you. It's like you knew we were coming back.
Well, we can theoretically just turn around and go back in and see what we haven't gotten to yet, right? Like,
You
'cause
can.
There was like the path. I feel like there was a path that was mentioned that we didn't go down
Two.
to. Well, yes, that's true. But
Can we just go around it, do you think?
yeah, I mean, like, how long does this wall go, right? So I think.
Oh, please.
All right, so I'm going to epilogue us through this.
Okay.
Sure.
So you spend some time trying to traverse around the maze, go back through it again, try going the opposite direction, trying to the left, to the right, going south, and then maybe spinning around 5 times until maybe if we trick all of our senses. But alas, nothing seems to work. Whatever you try, you seem to find yourselves back where you started.
I hate this one.
Me too.
By far my least favorite miasma.
The thought of Chorus, the prospect of Chorus, getting further and further away. Will you ever reach that town? The answer seems like no. As I gave a long pause.
But I need to make my delivery.
So, what do you do with this information?
We go back.
Make camp. Just sit down and just hang out for a little
Yeah.
bit and recover. May as well.
Wait, so even if we head back down the road that which we came, we still end up back at the front of the maze.
Oh, you haven't tried just heading home.
Oh, I thought
No.
you said heading south, which is bad.
Well, I was just saying, like,
from
maybe if we head
names.
south and we turn around 20 times and then we get really confused and then we try to walk forward and then you just cannot progress towards chorus.
Okay. So Chorus seems like a done deal for us. We can't go through there.
But I've got this letter.
We could deliver... Well, we have to stop at 3 places, right? We could do it on the way back.
Yeah, but we can't get to the roads that go north to the other places until we get to Chorus. I mean, we could go off-roading, but I didn't bring my off-roading. I've got my all-terrain, I've got my off-roading, and I've got my speedster wheels.
I don't know. Maybe we should just go back to Tyne. Maybe there's something we can do with the information that we learned today. Maybe if we speak to the others about what we saw?
Maybe we could just tell her to return the chains.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would solve a lot of our problems, and her problems, to be honest.
Yeah, if she's out of debt, then they don't need to sell as many apples, I think.
Yeah.
Is that how economics works?
I would ask Repot.
Repot?
Repot has been entertaining this chains idea just for its own kind of like weird sense of humor, and Repot's like, not chains, just money.
She's been buying money?
Does Repot have to explain to the business owner that sometimes you need to use money to buy goods and services?
I have an
well-
intellect of 3. I'm just playing with you.
So, something that we haven't really gotten into in the like super
sure.
vast lore of this world is that the concept of currency isn't really a thing. So there's bartering, and then there's also prosperity, because prosperity is like used as a resource to build things. But there isn't like a standard currency. You've heard of like certain types of materials and items being used in trade at like rates, but it's pretty we're pretty much in the barter system.
So yeah, she must have traded not enough apples for too many chains. That's my understanding of the problem. And also her son wants to skadoosh.
So do you think we should head back?
I mean, I feel bad about not delivering this letter. But
Navigating forward is not possible.
okay, fine, I'll deliver it later.
Okay.
I'll have to return my long distance fee then.
What if we camp here for the night, and if the miasma is still there, then we head back? If the miasma is gone, we can continue on to Chorus.
Oh, okay, fine. We can say, let's get out of this fog first. It's hard to breathe.
I agree.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We've been trying everything, right? So I'm okay with camping at some point. But yeah, maybe getting out of the fog first would help. Retreat. It's okay.
Retreat is a really important thing to keep in mind in this system. Retreat is always an option. But with that, you can escape the fog. You came into it from the south, so you can always go back south until you're out of it, and set up camp.
Yeah, Repot hops on a horse. It's tired of using its limbs.
And so you're able to set up a small camp on the side of the road. The night birds and the crickets come out as the sun sets. You're able to make a small campfire and have a small meal. What are you all doing?
You can heal up to 2 without doing anything, right?
Yeah, so there's 2 that automatically happen mechanically. You're allowed to like role play that if you would like, or we can just gloss over it.
Well, I definitely think Repot is fixing its body. Like, this is not new to it per se, but like it's cried. It's like trying to figure out. It's trying to get its limbs back, and it has to rewire some things. It has to do some really fiddly stuff that it wasn't able to do while we were kind of trying to move around and going. It really takes, I think, a couple hours to really sit down and try and do some kind of diagnostic. It takes a look at the deformed stuff on the top and is like, that's good enough. Whatever. So all the sensors mostly still work. Like on top, it scrubs at the dish that needs scrubbing so it can actually see properly. And whatever there's a dent in, it just kind of like tries to pop it back out. But that's what Repot does is heal its body, because it did take some damage from the hideous light of the beacon. Not hideous, but very strong and hot light of the beacon.
Mm-hmm. And is it 2 ability points and 2 attribute points, or is it 2
yes,
combined?
it's 2 ability and 2 attribute.
Gotcha. Okay.
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, you saw how unforgiving the challenges can be.
Yeah.
How
no longer
quickly
injured?
Dazzle got injured. So the recovery is much more forgiving.
Dazzle is sitting under a tree and holds their hand up to the sunlight and like holds it out so that it's within the sparkles that surround their body, and just starts humming a little ditty, and their nail begins to heal back on its own. And as they're doing so, the plants around them also begin to grow, and they're little like daffodils and roses that begin to bloom under this tree.
What the heck?
It's called Gleam.
What? What's that mean?
I've got this gift. The power of music, some might say. I call it Gleam. But it just allows me to heal things, and mostly helps along with what I grow in the shop, because everything at Supernova is grown in store, and all the items there, from the coffee beans to the tea leaves, are all potted, planted, and grown each day with the power of Gleam.
Well, do you practice that at home? Felt like an ad.
No, of course not.
Was a good pitch.
Oh, thank you.
Greg the person is impressed. I think that's so cool. I mean, yeah, I imagine Repot is probably like see some of the kind of longer grasses that grew around you, and it's like, oh, I could use that to tie pieces back together. But
Leave the flowers.
Repot, acknowledge.
You can have the grass, but be careful.
But yeah, I mean, this could be really useful just for rope making capabilities, just being able to grow things real fast. That's nice. I think Repot wants to talk about, because Repot is frustrated from the navigational capabilities not working, because Repot is used to being able to like figure out its way to places.
Yeah.
And I think Repot I would imagine Repot is quite frustrated that they were not able to find a way forward. And it says, like, in a frustrated, it was like, navigation impossible. And that's kind of how it starts the conversation about the fact that we weren't able to get past that. Navigation, not within expected parameters. But we also learned about people. So I think it because the miasma is an emotional thing, and Repot knows this.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the ones that Repot saw were like the logo of the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the other one that he saw? I think it was the cart of apples, and her not being able to afford stuff. So that the stuff that Repot saw was mostly about the failure of the orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Repot says, orchard failure? Query? Right? Like, as its way, like, what, something's wrong with the orchard, and Nico doesn't want to be there anymore, I guess. And I guess it also says, Nico gone? Query? Because we saw Nico. We saw him at the band practice. So He's not that far away.
Do we have visions of the future?
That's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
Or maybe visions of the now. Well, Tim, how long has it been that we've been like out?
I think just a day. Yeah.
Okay.
You've barely left time.
Right? Like, Nico's not far from the orchard, per se.
The miasma's tricky. It's consciousness. It's the mix of all of the emotions and subconscious thoughts of the populace. And so it's not necessarily all true. At least a different kind of truth. The emotional truth. It's not gonna give you history. Like, that's not what you're diving into the emotional world of these characters. You're not getting a recounting of history. You're not like spying in on their lives.
So maybe Mishka knows that Nico is leaving, or plans on leaving, or thinks he's gonna leave. I don't know, there's a lot of options.
That seems plausible.
Cleffa. Navigation impossible? Query?
No, I think she can walk.
Well, I think the idea is like I think what Repo is trying to do is like tie our inability to move forward with like Cleffa feeling stuck,
Yeah.
Oh.
right? Like, navigation impossible, Cleffa, or navigation impossible, Nico, right? Like, how are they, like, because they feel stuck, I think, in because the visions, we got stuck in the maze. Like, clearly this has something to do with them, right? That's where we saw the visions. I guess we don't even know whose it is. Is this Nico's, or is this Cleffa's, or is this
Mishka.
Mishka's?
Could be a combination.
We don't even
Yeah.
know.
All three. Because, like, not all of them were present in some of the others.
Yeah, like some of them were like just Cleffa.
And miasma is usually just, like, a combination of everyone's feelings, right? It's
Yeah.
not just one person
So it's
that creates.
accumulating like this.
Because, like, yeah, the ones that Repot saw were all Cleffa.
Oh. Huh. Both of the ones I saw were Nico and Mishka.
Interesting.
And I saw one of just Nico.
Interesting.
Right, that's true. So it's like all of them. It would be worth returning and having a proper chat with them. Well, now we're pretty. I think we can be pretty certain that Nico wants to do music instead of being
Farming.
an orchard person.
Yeah. Are you guys good to go?
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. Acknowledge. Or
Okay.
affirmative, I guess I should say.
Then I think the plan is just to head back to Tyne and maybe help people with the information that we have now. What? Oh, wait. Camp is over. Is the fog gone?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No.
No, fair enough.
That's what I assumed.
Dag nabbit.
But I figured I'd give Zipper the opportunity.
Well, fine.
So as you're ending camp, mechanically, was there any harmony rapport scenes that you wanted to do? Because that's your downtime.
It's true.
Right.
I mean, other than Repot trying to scrub itself, that feels like it would be like, what would it be? Harmony, just trying to fix itself. But I don't know if there's a scene specifically around that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so I know that you've done this in previous sessions where you tied back your physical self-care back to your internal world. So it's just making that connection of like, how is this bringing about harmony within Repot? How is he learning to cope with this need to care for himself, and like what that journey is like?
Yeah. I would say that Repot, well, one is like, it did kind of get incapacitated.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like one of the things that like it's realizing it has to do is like not put itself into certain situations like carelessly, because like the especially with the with like the broken nail, the injury that that Repot caused to dazzle Bright, just by not being careful, basically, and not properly, like by throwing itself into a situation it really couldn't resolve. I think it's as it tries to repair itself, it's trying to make sure that doesn't happen, because again, it's like finding that its own failures are impacting other people negatively as well, right? Like even just to get him out of the situations that it puts itself in, right? So I think that's something it starts to be like, it should not try to do a thing without a plan, just thinking it can just like tough it out. Like the whole solar panel thing was, I think, Repot's hubris a little bit. It's like, oh, well, maybe I could just like, use this thing, which is supposed to work. And the solar panel is not functioning at this point, or like, and it wasn't even at that point, but it was trying to see what it could do with it. I think the fact that it like had no chance of working, like this thing really should not have been attempted, is something that Repot is maybe coming to terms with. Is like, well, okay, if the thing isn't working, don't try to use it. Right. You should try and fix it first, at least, if that's going to be what you're going to try and do, I think is what Repot is going to learn from this.
So what are we seeing?
Well, Repot, I think in particular with the thing that it was trying to use, it's like, well, this solar panel hasn't worked in years, and Repot still tried to use it. I think Repot is maybe like taking an analysis. I think it's scorched. I think it's not even like functioning at this point. Like if I don't think the solar panel is even repairable. I think part of it might be like Repot just physically removing it, just because this is like, he's going to need to get a new one. Like this is not a thing that can be fixed anymore. And it's sort of made more of a resolution, I think, to actually try and source like replacement parts and stuff that actually work, instead of just trying to keep using the thing that's broken that it really shouldn't be trying to keep using. So it might be just like actually discarding the things that's broken instead of just dragging them around, perhaps.
Finally, the bot's not hoarding anymore.
Which one? That's funny,
Not a
right?
bot.
That was funny, right?
It was pretty funny.
Not a robot.
Yeah.
You hear
Close,
Trinket.
though. You get it. It was funny.
Yes. All right. Anything else that anybody
Can I get
wants
a
to do?
harmony?
Yeah, give yourself a
There
harmony
we
for
go.
that.
Hey, if we're gonna be relying on you, you might want to do a better job than that. How about when we get back to town, you speak to the owl, speak to Dahlia, because like, she's done a lot for us, and she seems to be really quick with the tinkering. Much quicker than you are, of course, and maybe she'll be able to fix you up a little better.
Acknowledge. I think under normal circumstances, Repot would bristle at it. I was like, no, I'm gonna fix myself. I don't trust anybody else with it. I think at this point, though, with kind of obvious, I think the obviousness of failure makes it like not immediately respond hostilely to that idea, just because it's like it's holding the burnt out solar panel in its hands, like acknowledge as it tosses it to the side, basically.
How about you, Zipper? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just got the little touch, like touch the crystal, and then, it was weird, but I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's generally unhurt.
Fair.
All right. And with that, you pack up camp, and it is a new day.
You
You
don't have
make-
our blankets, though.
No, we don't.
We just slept on the
You
ground.
slept on the ground. It was a nice.
Why would you say that?
It was a nice day. It was warm, slight breeze.
I slept in the tree.
There we
Slept in
go.
the tree. Yeah, there was
Right.
a tree that you found, and you camped around. Just a little bit of an anchor point and some protection.
Yeah, let's head back. I think.
Okay.
Navigate time.
All right. And you make your way back to Tyne. We'll say you can circumnavigate the swamp and the sticky area of the road pretty easily, or just apply the same lessons that you learned last time. And you'd make your way back into Tyne. As you arrive, it's about late morning into midday. It's a clear sky day. The birds are chirping. The chattering of townsfolk can be heard all along the hillside. In the distance, you hear the bleating of goats, the moos from the cows, a dog bark. And as you re-enter Tyne, you come up through the south of the town, or the southern section of town, just past the orchard. So that's kind of where your entrance into Tyne is. Are you going anywhere in particular?
That's a good question.
Wouldn't we go to the orchard first, since that's who we saw in the visions?
Yeah, and I guess it's on the way.
Right. I mean, I think I'll repair myself after.
Okay. Is there anyone we see just out and about on the orchard while we're walking?
Yeah, so as you are passing the orchard, you do see the farmhouse that the Meekums live in, and outside you do see Cleffa and Mishka loading up a wagon
With apples?
with apples.
Not Jane's.
So as you approach them, you can see the two of them are lifting baskets of apples up into the wagon. They had another smaller cart that they are unloading and loading up into the larger cart. As you see Cleffa kind of bend over a little bit with her hands on her knees, you can see that she's panting. And she wipes the sweat from her brow as she stands back up, grabbing her lower back, just slightly grimacing, and then reaching down to lift up another basket of apples, placing it into the cart. As you're approaching, Mishka notices you and waves on over. Well, howdy, y'all back real soon. That's great, right?
There was a little bit of an issue getting to Cora, so we came back to see what maybe.
A little issue? What kind of issue are you talking about?
Oh, there's just a miasma that was like, oh, you can't get through here, like a whole thing.
Yeah, we got through like 2 large clouds, but the third one was simply too much.
Oh, no, that's not great. Goodness. Well, thank you for trying. I guess we'll have to find something else.
Well, what is the real problem? Do you know, are not enough apples growing?
I can help with that.
Too much chain debt?
And you notice as you are having this conversation with Mishka, that Cleffa kind of glances over, lets out a sigh, and then you see that she almost goes double time. She starts lifting more apples faster, and you can see that she is huffing and puffing as she is throwing these apples into the cart.
Whoa. Take a chill pill. Repot, how about you help with that?
Acknowledge. Repot has been waiting for a chance to do this anyways, basically since Repot met this team, like Reapaw has been doing nothing but asking to assist them, basically.
Yeah.
Reapaw is like, yes, please. And especially with the like lifting and stuff. Like Reapaw is like, you know, it's already trying to calculate like a pulley system that it can use, like using one of the branches on the trees or something in order to make, at the very least, lifting and moving these baskets around. It's because Cleffa seems to be doing as much of this as possible by hand, in a way that Reapaw is like, as somebody on a construction zone who's like used to cranes and stuff, you know, it's not the only way, and there are definitely ways for somebody who is weaker to basically figure out this sort of weight transfer problem. Like even like just picking things up and raising them, like that could be done with like just like a little elevator, like just like put the basket, or you know, or a forklift or something, right? And I know they probably don't have a forklift, obviously, but I do at least think that there's like the possibility of using some kind of like a pulley system or something to help transfer this stuff in a way that isn't like pick up the basket, get off the cart, then step up onto the other cart and drop it off, right? I think Reapaw is trying to Reapaw is going to try and analyze the kind of system that they're using in order to try and make it at least easier, so there's less vertical motion for the heavy weights. If not just like putting the carts next to each other so you can just do a direct pass, then maybe some kind of system for actually picking them up. I think Reapaw is also going to just help with picking things up and putting them down as well. But I think in my head, it's something to do with pulleys and like using rope and something to make it easier to move this stuff around.
All right. Yeah, so you start to help Cleffa and Mishka load up the cart with these apples. With all of you involved, it does speed up the process of this activity quite a bit. You're able to fashion a couple different things together that help make it more efficient and quicker than they would have finished on their own. The task is completed. The cart is all loaded up, and you can see that it's about half full. As you are now all kind of like resting, everybody's able to kind of like sit down for a little bit. You catch that Cleffa keeps looking over at the cart. And she sits down on a stump, twiddles her thumbs a bit. You can tell that her composure is a bit more like agitated. Yeah. And this is also where like y'all can start asking me for roles to get clarifying information. So if you want to start like diving into the heart, voice, and mind, that's kind of where those are going to come into play in the social situations, is I'll be able to clarify things based on the success of those roles. Well, what do y'all say to some lemonade? I can whip us up a fresh batch. Thank you for helping us out. The least I can do.
Reapaw's trying to figure out why the assistance was rejected the first time, because I'm like, hey, it went so much better this time when you had help. So
you didn't really ask this time.
Not this time. We just did it.
Yeah.
But Reapaw is kind of curious what the deal is with like, no, please don't help. I don't like the kind of So Reapaw says, take assistance. And then says, objective complete. Acknowledge query?
Well, yeah, that was wonderful help. As I said, did you want some lemonade? I can whip up a batch.
And then Reapaw says, query. Why no assistance before?
Oh, well, I figured it'd be too much of a bother, really. You're not really employed by the orchard. It'd be a shame to just keep you here forever. There just is always work to be done.
And I think one of the questions that Reapaw had before was like, you know, what was where Nico is. And well, because we now know that Nico has other things that he wants to do. And it kind of seems like they're just missing manpower. Well, I guess the question is like, why don't they just find other employees? Right? Like, why wouldn't they just like get extra help? Right? Like, so I guess the question, so she mentioned, right, like, you know, there's always work to be done, and, you know, we would need some help. And Repot asks, query, request assistance? Right? Like, basically saying, like, why can't you just, like, hire someone?
Well, I am parched. I'm gonna go get that lemonade. Y'all wait here. Take a little breather. And Mishka is going to pop into the house.
Go help her. Go help her. You make drinks, right? Go
Yeah,
help
but
her.
okay. And I follow Mishka into the house. And I say, coming in, I was told to help, and so I will help.
Oh, great. That sounds wonderful. So I haven't made a proper introduction with you, I don't think.
That's okay.
Dazzle's the name.
Dazzle is the name. That's Dazzle Bright. Brite.
Perfect. Now I know how to spell it if I write it down.
Right.
Anyways, I've got some lemons over in the kitchen. Do you want to help me cut them up? Squeeze them?
Yeah, I can do that. I could take care of all of this in a jiffy. You could go back outside and chat with the others.
Oh, don't worry about it. I do this all the time.
Of course. I would love to sit in here and speak with you while cutting lemons.
Oh, that's a very sweet thing to say. How kind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right this way. This is the kitchen over here on the left.
Beautiful.
And if you need to use the bathroom, it's down the hall on the right.
Uh-huh. We can work in silence, can't we?
Zipper has been eavesdropping, as she does.
Yeah.
And she's going to, like, sneak a tentacle into the room and zap you in the foot a little bit. Be nice.
Why are your lemons electrified?
Be nice.
I mean, I knew they were a little citrusy, but I don't know nothing about electricity.
So how have you been doing?
Oh, just fine. Just fine. It's a beautiful day out, don't you think?
Right. Okay. So I hate to be I'm neutral about being the bearer of bad news.
Well, that's a weird thing to say.
Sure. The miasma we ran into, it's because of you. Well, more so because of your brother and your aunt. Now,
Oh, wow. You're quite forward.
Yes. I mean...
What makes you think that? I think we're just doing dandy right here. I'm having a nice time.
One of my aspects is the truth hurts Molchetti. And it says, for the most part, I'm always true to my word, even if that means coming across as blunt.
Yeah. So would you like to
That's
do
accurate.
a voice with your invoked aspect? Is that how you would like to roll that?
Sure. It is an outer vibe aspect. Am I allowed to use that?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
just in conversation. We're not in chaos state.
A challenge.
Okay. Let me ask my question first then.
Yeah.
So I know about things that are going on here. We know about Nico and how he hasn't been around lately, and you and your aunt keep trying to play it off, but we know that this is why the orchard is hurting. He seems to want to go do his own thing, and I guess that's okay. But you have to realize that sometimes you can get help from other sources. Sometimes you can just ask others for help. Doesn't always have to be me, but you can do that. And I guess I'll roll.
Yeah, give me a roll.
It's a 9 plus 3, 12.
12. All right, that's a success. So with a success, you're delivering this information successfully, and it is getting through to him. Oh, shucks. Well... And he leans up against a shelf that you you notice in this moment is a bit bare. There's like a couple things on the shelf. You do see like a small bag of lemons on it. Because, well, I mean, yeah, things aren't great around here, but it's not Nico's fault. I love him, and he's just doing what he needs to be doing, you know?
Yeah, we're not blaming anyone here. People gotta do their own things sometimes. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask others to lend a hand on the farm.
Yeah, you're right about that, but in all honesty, I doubt it'd matter anyways. I mean, even if Nico was here busting his ass on the farm, it's not like the trees are gonna produce any more apples. They're capped out.
Well, what's the deal then?
We're just not producing enough.
This hasn't always been the case. So, why is it different now?
Well, don't tell my aunt that I was talking to you about this, but...
Don't plan to talk to her.
From what I can tell, that seems pretty true. But yeah, it's on account of the big grocer. They just keep raising all their prices. We thought it was a little odd when they introduced their big bucks a couple months back. Thought it was kind of gimmicky, if you ask me. But then the prices started going up. And then what they were paying us for the apples wasn't even nearly enough to buy the supplies we were getting from them. It was such a nice deal when we were just trading back and forth. A bushel of apples gets you a bag of flour. It was great. Now it's like 5 bushels just to be able to afford a bag of flour. It ain't right, but isn't anybody else we can get all these supplies from so easily? We have a couple relationships with farmers from other towns that have producing other items, but it's hard to find everything. The grocery store was just so convenient.
Dazzles.
Not what you were expecting.
Processing.
Well, it's not a game with Kish if you're not taking down, like, capitalism.
What?
Dang Jojo.
Yeah. Okay, that is a slightly larger problem than I thought it would be, and is not something that I guess the 3 of us could solve, so see ya! What the?
I've just attached a tentacle to your leg at this point. I'm peering in through a window.
That is just a damn shame.
It is a shame. Okay, I promise that we will try our best to get to Chorus and the other neighboring towns to complete our quests and hopefully be able to help you out. I don't know if it'll help you in the long run, but it'll help at the very least. I still do think you should get one more worker because, you know, you're missing one already, and having another set of hands couldn't hurt at the very least.
Yeah, I figure you're right. Only problem is what we pay them. When it was family business, we were all just helping each other out. We all got by together.
That I can't help you with. But you could always ask around. I don't know. There are nice people that live here in Tyne. Much nicer than me. There are people that'll help. And, I mean, you saw the robot. It didn't even ask for anything. And I've been with it all day, and it's just like this. It just wants to help. I don't really understand why, but I'm sure there are others like it.
I reckon you're right. I just kind of feel bad about it.
I'm sure it doesn't.
you peer out the window, and the Repot is like got a pulley system set up on one of the branches. Like it's continuing to work, just like trying to figure out a better way. Is it maybe perhaps like, showing Cleffa how to like maintain it and service it? And,
Repot, there's no more apples. The tree's a bare.
Next year.
So yeah, you set up some efficiencies.
Right.
But yeah, there is kind of like you're putting the pieces together. There's this looming problem of like there is a threshold, there is an upper limit to the production that could be done on the farm, and you start to notice that a lot of the work that Cleffa is doing is busy work. It's not even productive at this point. She's just busying herself to be like, maybe if I do this and this and this, and then I like have all of this stuff that I deliver to each of the trees individually to try to get them more nutrients, then like we'll get more apples faster. And I mean, you don't just dump fertilizer on a tree and pop, 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 there's magical apples on it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I can, but.
Yeah, can you glean more apples?
I mean, yes, at a small scale you can.
Small scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we finish up the lemonade, we can jump cut back to the others and see what they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, anything that I think it was Repot, and since Doug's not here, Trinket's just kind of being cute and lovely.
Oh, yeah? Classic.
But yeah, Cleffa is just busying herself. Now she's like looking at all of your little contraptions that you're putting together, Repot. And she's like, Repot, the tree is barren. What are you doing here?
I think Repot just turns on the same way that it showed the team the logo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Repot is just gonna like turn around and turn on the same logo and ask query.
Yeah, that's a big grocer. What about it?
And I think it's going to. Well, I guess one question: the big grocer, is that in Chorus, the place that we tried to get to?
No, it's
Largo.
in Largo.
It's Largo,
which is a larger city.
which is where they buy things from.
Yeah.
They order it,
And we're also trying to get there.
which we're also trying to get to.
Yeah.
piece for
So they produce fuel because it's a larger city that has machines. So they would also be selling fuel there.
Right. I guess the question is, like, I mean, I haven't actually been a part of the conversation that they've had, but it sounds like they've basically raised their prices.
You get a I mean, like
That's who they're selling.
through.
That's who they're selling to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Query, consumer,
Uh,
or I guess it would be like this is your only person you're selling to, and you can't get a better price from someone else. Is basically what I'm trying to get to. Like,
I mean, we do. Yeah, we have a couple other farmers in the area that we have trade agreements with, but can't get everything from them.
But yeah, this problem is bigger than something that we can solve in one afternoon, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I did not present this as a challenge to overcome with a couple rolls.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but the thing is, the thing that we can't even get to Largo. I mean, we can't even get to Chorus.
Yeah.
Until we resolve something between them that is causing this miasma.
Yes.
Like we can't. There's not even a way we can even get to Big Grocer. Like, this is literally impassable. The road is blocked. So I guess we have to kind of figure out, like, what the emotional miasmas, like, they feel stuck. But how do we get them to feel less stuck? Right? And in my head, or in Repot's head, that's like having alternatives of like other places you can, like, you quite literally cannot get to Big Grocer from here right now.
Yeah.
Right? Which means that even if you were to get these apples onto the cart, where are you going? where are you taking these apples? You can't even get up there right now because of your own miasma. Have you thought of selling it someplace else?
Have you thought about not feeling bad?
Well, as in like I mean like more from a like geographic perspective. Like, have you tried to sell it somewhere else where they're not gonna rip you off?
Well,
because they're Walmart. You know,
just don't feel anxious about
this
it.
was. I mean, the miasma cropped up like yesterday,
right? Okay, so they don't even know that this.
Yeah, these are all these events are happening right, like in succession,
right?
And they've just been presented with this information about the miasma. So
right, okay, so they didn't know about it, but also like quite literally they can't even get up there. Like, where are they going to sell these apples except to either the community around them directly? Right, or some other place that is not north, which they can't even get to now anyways.
Yeah, there's a blockage here.
Right, there's a blockage.
There's a mental and emotional blockage that is preventing them from something.
In my head, the solution is present them with alternatives they hadn't thought about. I don't know exactly what they've thought about, admittedly, or what they feel stuck in. But I mean, like,
yeah,
is,
you can give
I guess
me
the
an
question
intelligence roll for that.
Yeah, like what are they actually feeling stuck? Are they feeling stuck in like they only have one place to sell this and that deal is going bad, or is there some other thing that like they're trying to like? What are they actually stuck about? Right?
Yeah. So give me an intelligence roll to offer up some alternative solutions to see if that helps resolve the issue.
So 6 + 3, so 9.
9. So that's a sacrifice.
Sure.
So you're going to take a damage to your intellect as you start like really going through all of these options.
Calculating.
Like,
processing.
Exactly. Analyzing.
Please stand by.
And like Cleffa is kind of like bouncing and rallying back with like a rebuttal with a lot of the things that you're throwing out there. Like, well, we thought about that. We do have an agreement there. There's just certain things that like we're really, really struggling to find elsewhere, or we'd have to get to Chorus and try to like negotiate something with a smaller vendor there. And so like there are a lot of options. They just all kind of they put every option seems to put them still in a position where they're struggling to keep up with what they did previously. They had a good deal and they were able to like get all the things they needed. They were able to have a surplus of apples and keep some for Tyne, and now they're like not even doing that. They're like selling off everything that they could possibly produce in order to try to get the supplies that they need. And all of them just have their drawbacks. And so like they can explore this, and like the whole idea that the path to Chorus is like not traversable right now is another wrench in everything. And then if it does get resolved, then they're like, well, let's try to do that. We can pivot. Like, maybe you're right. Not working with Big Grocer will probably be better in the long run. So that's a lot of what you get out of it. So like, yes, the conclusion is that there are alternative options and they are willing to explore them.
Okay. Sure. But that doesn't... So there are alternative options that are willing to explore them, but that doesn't sound like it would cause a miasma, admittedly. I'm still unsure if that's what's actually... I guess I thought the intellectual was like, what is causing the miasma, right? Like, what is the thing that's... So it's not that. I'm okay with that being the answer. It's not that.
Intellect is going to be like solutioning the material world.
Right.
You're going to have to dive into emotion stuff
in order to understand like what the actual block is. Okay.
Yeah. And so you can sit there and you can like have like a more frank conversation with them. So like that was Dazzle was like actually addressing the emotional concerns that Mishka was presenting and giving like voice to it. So that's why like Dazzle got to do that voice role.
Right.
And so you can do similar things with the conversation of Cleffa to like kind of get to the heart of it. Yeah.
I mean, I would like to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how Repot would try and be as direct. I'm not even sure Repot would be able to be as direct as Dazzlebright. Dazzlebright was pretty direct about trying
Literally
to
has an
from,
aspect about
right.
it.
Like, but I think Repot. I'm trying to think how would Repot communicate. I mean, Repot just has to say, navigation impossible. Query. Miasma? I think it's gonna be like what? Because the things that Repot saw in the visions was mostly just like frustration about like the orchard and what else was it? And big grocer. That's kind of what it saw. So if it's not that, I guess it's just gonna say query. Miasma? Question mark. I don't know if that'll work for it, but I guess I would like to try and roll a voice for that.
Yeah, give me a voice roll.
What's your deal, lady? 5 plus 3, so 8.
8. That's gonna be a sacrifice.
Sure.
So you're gonna take a point of damage to voice.
Wasn't exactly the most tactful way to ask a question, so I get that.
Yeah, I suppose it's pretty obvious something was wrong. It's just really tough lately. Keeping up with everything here on the farm. And the boys have their own things. I mean, they're grown up. Hard to expect much out of them in terms of holding to the family business. Yeah. I don't know.
So I guess what Repot gets from this is that it's maybe more about losing. It's less about the actual like orchard per se, as much as it is about like feeling like the boys are losing interest or something. That's kind of what Repot is understanding from this. I think that she feels like she's going to be disconnected from Nico in particular when he tries to go along this other path that he's looking for.
Seems to all tie back to Nico.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should talk to Nico. Query. Navigate Nico?
Well, I guess at this point there's no reason to beat around the bush anymore. Yeah, he's probably at band practice again. You know Charles, the attendant junkyard?
Affirmative.
Well,
Repot loves Charles.
He has a garage, and I'm pretty sure they practice in the afternoons there. Haven't gone myself, been kind of avoiding it, but if I had to guess, that's where he's at. I've noticed he's been doing work at night after practice, but yeah,
What
just
kind
not the same when we're all not all together.
Okay. Orchard work. Okay. Acknowledge. I think that's probably going to be like Repot's next thing that he would want to look into is just like finding Nico and having a chat with Nico about this. Well, like we're still trying to find the source of miasma. I think that at least from Cleffa's perspective, it would be like feeling like she's losing Nico a little bit, which I don't think we can really adequately resolve without actually talking to Nico about how he feels about it.
But it's also Nico wanting to not be
Right.
stuck at the orchard anymore.
Right.
So I think it's a culmination of all of them.
Yeah, so we should definitely talk to Nico if we can. Go back to band practice. Go back up to... I mean, we're probably heading up that way anyway, right?
Isn't the junkyard all the way in the back or something?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can fast travel up there.
Let's go to the junkyard.
So cool. You spend a little bit more time talking with the Meekums that are here on the orchard.
Yeah.
Kind of, they have the lemonade. Like you help Mishka make lemonade, and you serve it to everybody. You have a lovely time.
It's the best
sipping
lemonade you
on-
ever
it's
had.
The best lemonade that you've ever had. So good.
Can I give a report to Dazzleboy for it being genuinely the best lemonade I've ever had?
So we're not in
No. Okay.
downtime.
Okay, non-downtime.
So
Okay, never mind. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
I know it's a bit. The downtime is like kind of fluid
Yeah.
seeming from a story perspective, but like it's like whether or not you're in active problem solving state versus
Because we are problem
outside. Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Sure.
The lemonade was.
I mean, y'all could
amazing.
like stop and go camp again, and then do that.
That was too much.
Let's just go to.
Yeah,
Let's just-
camp is
let's
the
just go.
vague term given to like we're stopping problem solving. We're gonna go sit. We're gonna recover, relax,
Yeah. Okay.
and so that's just what we're calling it for now. But
That's
Um,
when we go get repot fixed.
yes, yeah,
That's later, I think.
exactly. So you are gonna make your way up to Charles' garage, and as you approach, you do start to hear the sound of band practice yet again.
Now I know the sign on the door says "Do not interrupt," but we are going to interrupt. Got it?
Acknowledge.
Okay.
Not me though.
And we have already established canonically it's not going to be Trinket, so
It's true. Well, I mean, the things that Repot tried last time didn't work either. It almost feels like we have to wait for them to be done in order for anything to. They're not even gonna hear us unless we literally kick down the door, which I kind of feel like would be a bit of a rude way to enter this environment.
We can wait to the end of band practice.
I mean, yeah, right.
I
Just
guess
sit
we can
around.
sit here. Yeah.
It's good music.
I can't
okay,
remember if we
Missy.
canonically established that the side door with the sign on it was locked,
No, we-
or if y'all
Yes,
just
we
saw.
did.
Okay, you
It is
did.
locked.
Yeah, we tried all the doors, every method of entry. It just didn't work.
I mean, today's a new day.
Today's
Who knows?
We can try
Try
the
the door.
side door anyways. Let's do it. Repot, just for thoroughness, checks the side door again. See if it turns.
Oh my gosh, it's like I'm a chronicler and I can control when and where things happen. Because as you turn the door handle, it is not locked. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Imagine if there was all that build up just for it to be locked.
Oh, I've gotten better at storytelling than that. So it is unlocked. And as you throw open the door, I don't know how you do it. What is the how do you open door? Are you like timidly, gingerly like creaking it open and peeking in, or are you just like
I think we're just opening. Well, if Repot's the one opening the door, Repot's just opening the door. I don't think it's
Yeah.
like loud or anything, but Repot is going to like not try to damage the door. It's just this is the door. It opens. I think Repot isn't going to be like timid or scared about it. Repot is just going to like, peek in and then maybe wave and say acknowledge.
all right?
Basically,
So
say hi.
as you throw open the door, the sound of the band practice swells as you are now being blasted directly with the music. You see Nico is on his guitar, just like riffing. The drum is going, just smashing the cymbals and all the percussion instruments. I don't know what they're all called. I should do more research. And then there's somebody on a mic, just like shredding their voice. You hear the gravel in it. It's like super, just like grungy and.
What's Charles doing? Is Charles the singer?
Charles is not actually part of the band.
Okay,
Charles is just letting them use his guitar.
Fair enough.
And then there's like the bassist and like maybe I don't know. There's somebody else on other instruments. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they are just like they are just going at it. But as the light from outside, you see the beam of light hit Nico, and they all stop. He's like, you hear the like he unplugs the guitar. You hear that like the sound of the speakers with the like feedback all of a sudden as it like crashes out, and all the music dies down pretty quickly. And he goes, "Hey, what the fuck is that about?" And that's where we're gonna end the session. All right. So, I don't know if I could say our hearts are full, but our friends are at our side.
True.
So we're gonna figure out what happens next week with this scene, since we just interrupted band practice. Yeah,
Maybe we should have just waited.
Rude. But we too are gonna drift off for today. We are gonna see you all next week. So thank you for being our neighbor today. I also want to thank our writers who have kept me going and have made this possible. So first off, we have Jacqueline Lewis. They are a writer and a parent. You can find them on social medias at Wrangler of Chaos. And they also wrote a book called Rolling with the Youth, which you can buy on itch.io. We also have John Pax Crum, who's a writer and intervention-trained, medically retired police veteran, game designer, and historical fencer. And you actually could go visit Gettysburg, PA from August 8th to 10th to see them talking about GMing Swords and Runes at Key City Steampunk. So that's very exciting. I also want to thank our composers who help me realize my vision and immerse us in this story. So we have Ray, who's also a player, they're a pianist, a game composer, and a professional GM. You can find them on all streaming platforms to hear their TTRPG stuff, and I am quoting that from a message they sent me.
Streaming platforms, it's just music.
Just music. Okay, cool. Ray D99, and that is DEE. You do need to spell it correctly, just like Bright.
Just like Bright.
You can also find my brother, Steven, who is the producer of Lusk. That is LUSQ, which is a chill electronic vapor soul. Not a group, just him. I also want to thank our artists who have started working. You can kind of see a little bit of a sketch for Trinket today. And that is from Leanne of Chai Studio, which you can find on Instagram at Chai_studios. They also have a website where you can see their portfolio. It's beautiful. I recommend you check it out. And then we also are going to be working with Kaz, which you can find on Twitch at KazTheDM, twitch.tv/KazTheDM, or Instagram at KazTheDM. Next, I want to thank our Patreon subscribers, who literally keep the lights on. Y'all are helping me pay my bills. We have JayCeeAitch, Crispy, Maggie Z, Russel B, Missy G, and Dan S.
That's me.
And lastly, our players. I would like to thank you for having fun today. I hope you had fun. Yes, you did. And inviting me into your worlds. Ray, anything else you would like to plug?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Doug is not here, but thank you, Doug, for being wonderful.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
And Dan,
Hi.
anything you would like to plug?
Nah.
All right. And Greg.
Hello. If I had to plug anything, it would be Rave Gazebo, a dance interactive virtual reality album.
Gorgeous. Like what you saw and or heard, depending on what platform you are experiencing this show on. Follow us on Twitch. Hit that button. Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG. Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/goblin_forge. To get early access to playtest material and exclusive bonus content. And also keep an eye out for our Kickstarter and help us fund this game. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and we'd like to share it with you all. And thank you all out there in our audience. Your support and excitement fuels us. Give us more. So hungry. Eh?
No,
No.
not that part.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.